Imagine stepping into a world where the lines between technology and magic blur, and where every character you meet is a mosaic of dreams and struggles. This isn't the premise of a new sci-fi novel, but the essence of a video game that revolutionized an industry. Released in 1997 by Square, now Square Enix, this game not only transcended its genre, but also redefined what interactive storytelling could achieve. Final Fantasy VII, what is widely hailed as one of the greatest RPGs of all time and Square's magnum opus, is one of the most important RPGs ever made. Today we're here to discuss Final Fantasy VII and how it shaped everything in the franchise that came after it. The transition from the SNES to the PlayStation was a pivotal moment not only for the game but also for the gaming industry. This leap was akin to stepping through a portal into a new dimension, where the limitations of past hardware no longer bound creative ambitions. The development team faced a Herculean task. The vision for the game was nothing short of revolutionary, aiming to blend intricate storytelling with cutting-edge technology. The ambition required not just a reimagining of what a game could be, but a complete overhaul of the development process itself. The use of full-motion video, or FMV cutscenes, was a bold choice, transporting players from their living room into a world teeming with life and emotion. These cinematic sequences were not mere embellishments, but integral to the narrative, offering a visual and emotional depth that was unprecedented in video games at the time. The creation of the game's world was an exercise in world building that would make any fantasy novelist proud. From the dystopian city of Midgard to the ancient ruins of the Forgotten City, each location was crafted with an attention to detail that made the game's universe feel vast yet intimately real. The developers infused these environments with a sense of history and culture, making players feel like explorers in a richly textured world. Character development was another area where the game broke new ground. The protagonist, Cloud Strife, was designed to be a complex character grappling with issues of identity and memory. His journey from a mercenary with a murky past to a hero confronting his demons resonated with players, offering a character arc that was both personal and epic. The supporting cast was equally diverse, from fan-favorite eco-warrior Tifa Lockhart to the enigmatic Vincent Valentine. Each character had a backstory that added layers to the narrative. This soundtrack, composed by Nobuo Uematsu, was a masterpiece that transcended the game itself. Uematsu's compositions ranged from haunting melodies to rousing battle themes, each piece perfectly capturing the mood of the game's various scenes. The music was not just background but an emotional compass that guided players through the story. The development of this game was a gamble that involved significant financial risk and technical challenges. It was a testament to the developers' passion and creativity, a journey marked by innovation and perseverance. The result was a game that didn't just meet expectations, but shattered them, setting a new standard for what an RPG could be. In terms of gameplay, FF7 was nothing short of a revolution, introducing mechanics that would become benchmarks for future RPGs. The active time battle, or ATB system, a signature of the series, was refined to perfection, offering a blend of real-time and turn-based combat that kept players on their toes. This system added a layer of strategy and urgency to battles, making each encounter a dynamic experience. The materia system was perhaps the most innovative aspect of the game's gameplay. In the world of Final Fantasy VII, magic and abilities are encapsulated in small, orb-like objects that characters can wield to enhance their powers. This system allowed for an unprecedented level of customization. Players could tailor their characters' abilities to suit their playstyle, combining materia in unique ways to create powerful spells, summon mythical creatures, or bolster their defenses. This mechanic was akin to a puzzle, inviting players to experiment and discover the most effective combinations for their journey. It also introduced a sprawling world map that players could explore with various modes of transportation, from the iconic airship to submarines and chocobos, the series' beloved flightless birds. The sense of freedom and exploration was a departure from the more linear paths of previous entries in the series, allowing players to uncover secrets and embark on side quests at their own pace. Minigames and side quests also enriched the narrative. From the adrenaline-pumping motorcycle chase to the strategic battles of Fort Condor, these activities offered a break from the main storyline while still contributing to the overall experience. They were not just distractions, but integral parts of the world that added depth and variety to the gameplay. Final Fantasy VII's narrative was also deeply intertwined with its gameplay. Character development was not just a matter of progressing through the story, but was reflected in the growth of the characters' abilities and their relationships with each other. The decisions made could affect the outcome of certain events, adding a layer of personal investment into the narrative. The combination of these gameplay innovations created an experience that was rich, immersive, and endlessly engaging. Players were not just passive observers but active participants in a world that responded to their choices and strategies. The game challenged conventional notions of what an RPG could be, offering a blueprint for future games in the genre. The release of Final Fantasy VII was akin to a meteor striking the landscape of the gaming world, leaving an indelible mark whose impact is felt to this day. Its success was not just a triumph of sales figures, but a broader cultural phenomenon that transcended the boundaries of the gaming community. Firstly, the game played a pivotal role in popularizing RPGs outside of Japan, serving as a gateway for many gamers in North America and Europe. Before its arrival, the RPG genre was considered a niche market in the West, often associated with complex mechanics and an overwhelming amount of text. However, the game's cinematic storytelling, accessible gameplay, and compelling narrative made it appealing to a broader audience. It was like a novel that gamers could live within, a story they could influence, making RPGs a mainstream genre in the global gaming market. Moreover, the game's characters became cultural icons, embedding themselves in the collective consciousness of gamers and non-gamers alike. Cloud, with his oversized buster sword and brooding demeanor, and Sephiroth, the game's silver-haired katana-wielding antagonist, became symbols of the gaming culture of the late 90s. Their stories, struggles, and triumphs resonated with players, making them more than just characters in a game, but figures of digital folklore. It also had a significant impact on storytelling in video games. It demonstrated that games could be a medium for complex narratives, exploring themes such as identity, environmentalism, and consequences of technological advancement. Its story was a rich tapestry that wove together personal tales of loss and redemption with larger societal issues, setting a new standard for narrative depth in gaming. Its cultural influence extended beyond the realm of video games. Uematsu's soundtrack became a landmark in video game music, celebrated for its emotional depth and complexity. Tracks like Aerith's theme and One Winged Angel transcended their origins, being performed in concert halls and inspiring countless covers and remixes. The game's music contributed to the recognition of video game soundtracks as a legitimate form of artistic expression. Its impact can also be seen in its legacy of sequels, prequels, and spin-offs, including movies, books, and a highly praised remake. These extensions have kept the story alive, introducing new generations to its world while expanding the narrative and exploring its characters in greater depth. In the broader cultural landscape, the game has been referenced in films, television shows, and music, signaling its status as a touchstone of pop culture. Reflecting on the journey from its ambitious inception to its monumental impact on both the gaming industry and culture at large, Final Fantasy VII emerges as more than a landmark in video game history. It's a testament to the power of storytelling, innovation, and the profound connections that can be forged between a player and a digital world. Its development was a labor of love, a venture fraught with risk and uncertainty. Yet when driven by relentless pursuit of a vision, shows that developers can create something that is truly groundbreaking. Its creators not only redefined the boundaries of what a game could be, but also set a new benchmark for narrative depth, character development, and immersive gameplay. Through their perseverance, they crafted a universe that players could lose themselves in, a narrative that challenged and moved them, and a gameplay experience that was both engaging and thought-provoking. The innovations introduced by the game, from the materia system to the integration of cinematic cutscenes, have left an unmistakable mark on the RPG genre. These gameplay elements combined to create a world that was vast in scope yet intimate in detail, offering players a sense of agency and immersion that was unparalleled at the time. And beyond its technical and narrative achievements, the game's cultural impact is profound. It played a pivotal role in popularizing RPGs globally, transforming them from a niche interest to a mainstream genre. Its characters, story, and music have transcended the confines of the gaming world, becoming part of the larger cultural lexicon. It's inspired a generation of gamers and creators, proving that video games are a powerful medium for storytelling and emotional expression. As we look back on the legacy of Final Fantasy VII, it's clear that its significance goes beyond its contributions to the gaming industry. It stands as a monument to the power of creative vision, a reminder that with passion and perseverance, it's possible to create something that resonates across generations and borders. The game is not just remembered for the world it created, but by the way it brought people together, offering an experience that was both escapist and profoundly human. In the end, the game's legacy is a reflection of its ability to capture the imagination, to tell a story that is as relevant and compelling today as it was when it first captivated the world all the way back in 1997. It remains a beacon of innovation, creativity, and the enduring power of a well-crafted story. As we continue to explore the new worlds and narratives in gaming, Final Fantasy VII serves as both a foundation and an inspiration, a reminder of what's possible when we dare to dream big and venture into the unknown. Thank you so much for watching our video today. If you did enjoy this video, please leave a like and consider subscribing. And if you're interested, click on one of the videos on screen now to join us on more journeys through the tech timeline.